Good evening and welcome. We've got a lot to cover tonight, from the ongoing war in Ukraine to political earthquakes and natural disasters. It's a lot to take in, but we're here to break it down for you. We'll be taking you to the front lines in Eastern Europe, where the conflict between Russia and Ukraine has escalated with a new wave of drone and missile attacks. We'll examine the human cost of this conflict, the potential for it to spread, and the global implications of this war. And we'll be tracking other major stories from around the globe as well, from the Middle East to Europe and beyond, so stay with us. The images coming out of Ukraine are nothing short of horrific. Civilian targets, apartment buildings, schools, all reduced to rubble in a matter of seconds. Drone and missile attacks have surged in recent days, with both sides blaming the other for the escalation. The human cost of this conflict is almost impossible to comprehend. Families torn apart, lives lost, futures uncertain, and the physical destruction is staggering, with entire cities scarred by the violence. The world watches in horror, but for the people of Ukraine, this is their daily reality. Amidst the devastation, there have been whispers of a possible ceasefire. International pressure is mounting for both sides to come to the negotiating table, but so far, talks have been met with skepticism. Ukraine demands a full withdrawal of Russian forces, while Russia insists on security guarantees and recognition of its territorial claims. The international community is watching closely, hoping for a diplomatic solution, but the path to peace remains treacherous and uncertain. In a move that has certainly grabbed Moscow's attention, the United States has announced a new deal with Ukraine, focusing on critical mineral resources. These minerals are vital for everything from electric vehicles to advanced weaponry. While framed as an economic partnership, the deal carries clear strategic weight. It's a lifeline to Ukraine's struggling economy and a signal to Russia that the West is committed to supporting Ukraine for the long haul. On the battlefields of eastern Ukraine, a grim stalemate persists. Both sides are dug in, with neither able to make significant advances. Artillery duels and trench warfare have become the brutal reality. The human cost of this conflict continues to rise, with soldiers on both sides paying the ultimate price. The world holds its breath, hoping for a breakthrough, but for now, the fighting drags on, a tragic testament to the failure of diplomacy. Turning our attention to the Middle East, where the fragile truce between Israel and Hamas remains just that, fragile. Tensions flared again this week, with both sides accusing the other of violating the ceasefire. Rocket fire and airstrikes have become a grimly familiar rhythm in this decades-long conflict. The international community continues to call for restraint, but a lasting peace seems as elusive as ever. Adding fuel to an already volatile region, Israel has launched a series of airstrikes against targets in Syria. Israel claims it's targeting Iranian-backed militias operating within Syria, but the strikes risk sparking a wider conflagration. Syria, already ravaged by years of civil war, is now caught in the crossfire of a regional power struggle. The international community is deeply concerned about the potential for these strikes to spiral out of control. A different kind of disaster is unfolding near Jerusalem, where wildfires have been raging for days. Fueled by dry conditions and strong winds, the blazes have forced thousands to flee their homes. Firefighters from Israel and neighboring countries are working tirelessly to contain the flames, but the situation remains critical. The images of the holy city shrouded in smoke are a stark reminder of the power of nature and the human cost of climate change. Turning to Europe now, where a series of blackouts have plunged parts of Spain and Portugal into darkness. The power outages, caused by a combination of technical failures and extreme weather, have disrupted daily life for millions. The blackouts have raised serious questions about the vulnerability of Europe's power grid, especially as the continent faces increasing demands on its energy infrastructure. Governments are scrambling to reassure citizens, but the incident serves as a wake-up call about the need for greater resilience in the face of growing challenges. A deepening rift within the Catholic Church is making headlines this week, as conservative cardinals openly criticize Pope Francis. At issue are the Pope's more progressive stances on issues like divorce, homosexuality, and the role of women in the Church. The dissent within the Vatican is the most significant challenge to Francis's papacy yet. It remains to be seen how the Pope will respond to his critics. But the internal struggle within the Church is a reflection of the broader cultural and political divisions in the world today. Finally, tonight, we turn to Canada, where voters have spoken in a closely watched election. The results reflect a deeply divided nation, grappling with issues like the economy, climate change, and social justice. The new government will face a number of challenges, both at home and on the world stage. The election results will have ripple effects across North America and beyond, as Canada seeks to navigate a rapidly changing global landscape. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us for this critical look at the world around us. It's more important than ever to stay informed, to engage with the news, and to hold our leaders accountable. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more in-depth coverage of the stories shaping our world. And let us know in the comments what issues matter most to you. We want to hear your voices. We'll be back soon with more news and analysis. Until then, good night.